See your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever after. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night. Hello, my friend. How you doing? Much love, King. Much love. Yes, people. Coming in, coming in. Much love, people. Much love. Come in, come in, come in. Yes, yes, brother. I see you. How you doing? Yes, bro. How you doing? You okay? How's things? Are you good? Okay. Yeah, man. We have a big topic to discuss, you know. The awakening of the human race. The awakening of the human race, people, you know. Let's discuss this big topic. A very important topic as well, you know. Very important. Let's see there. Yes. So what's happening, bro? Are you all right? Much love, man. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Much love. You know? Yeah, man. Let's do this. Let's do this, man, together, you know? Let's feed out positivity out there, you know, and talk about the current topics because I think it's important. Very, very important. You know? Yeah. I'm blessed, you know? I'm blessed, brother. I'm blessed, man. You know? So, yeah, man. I'm feeling blessed. Respect, bro. Respect to you too, man. Yeah, man. So, you know what? Let's start the topic, man. Yes, 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 yes. Jesse. All right. I'll wait for Billy as well. Cool. So, I'll let you guys come in. That way, some of you guys don't miss out, you know, on this very important topics. Okay. You wanna go? You wanna go? All right, bro. Okay. All right. You know what? Yeah. The awakening. the the awakening of the human race. Okay. What I mean by that is, first and foremost, much love, friend. How you doing, man? Come on in. How you doing, my friend? Much love, man. Yeah, so the awakening of the human race. What is going on now is part of it, you know. What is going on in America is part of the awakening. Before then, there was the coronavirus. That was a next awakening, okay? But let's start with one of those topics first, right? So let's discuss the recent event that took place in America. Now, you know, we all know what happened to George Floyd. We all know. right? And majority of us, from whatever race, whatever culture or nationality, class, we all know that was a wrong behavior, right? We're all fully aware of that. Now, one of the reasons why we are all so aware and touched with this particular case is because of the, who's that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying, brother? You know? So every one of us are aware of it, right? Yeah, empathy, right? For a reason. It's because of collectively we are a human race. So all the divisions that we've always had, racism, discrimination, belittling people, i.e., let's say Africa, that they're bleeding them dry just because of power, greed, and just control, right? All these things are wrong, but we've been used to it, for so long now that it seems normality, right? I just believe that we are currently waking up because there is so much power right now that is going on. Yeah, people's power, people's voices are being heard around the world, louder than I have ever heard it in my lifetime. I mean, maybe possibly in the Malcolm X era or Martin Luther King era, is in comparison. But this is a next step into human revolution. That's what I believe in because everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, And George Floyd, rest in peace. Your legacy will live on. You will never be forgotten. But your situation and the unfortunate incident that happened to you has created something else that is positive. Okay, so your name and your legacy will live on. That is for certain. What you have done also, George Floyd, RIP, is brought people together. People before that might have been a bit, some of them, yes, 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 yes. 100%, brother. 100%, yeah. 100%, Yes, yeah, exactly. That that is it, I think this has created so much positivity that we have to learn. That is why that I'm saying that we are waking up, but some of us are waking up. Maybe some people might wake up soon, maybe next week, tomorrow, but this is going to be like a domino effect and clear. Unfair treatment, racism, discrimination should not happen. It should not be part of the human race. And also, it should not be encouraged at no time, you know? And so, yeah, you know, yes, Billy. What's up, brother? Much love. Much love. So it should not be encouraged at any time, right? It will treating people, treating them badly. Because I mean, sometimes I wonder, how do some people go home at night and sleep when they've been very, very negative, towards somebody else just because of differences, How do they sleep at night? You know, they must lie to themselves because, as far as I'm concerned, right, God made us in His own image, right? So every single human being has a conscience. Every single human being has a conscience. So, so I don't believe that they don't know that the action is wrong. They know it's wrong, but I think some human beings, they become so conditioned, so used to, the way of thinking that, yeah, that how was that? I don't know how I feel like, because they don't have care for others. So that's how their mindset kind of work. God forbid if something happened to one of their family members, I bet they would step up then. Exactly, brother. Exactly, Exactly, and that's what I always wonder, like, why why is it that some people think they can do so much wrong, yeah, to somebody else, just because they don't like their race or their culture or their, you know their differences. It doesn't make sense, because at the end of the day, I couldn't sleep like that. I kept praying, because we really need hope. Exactly. Conditioning, right? And you know uh, um yesterday on the Instagram live, I was using the analogy. I was using the okay, here we go, guys. Brothers, we have a joker in the house. But anyways, as we were talking about serious issues, you know um we shall carry on, okay? Right. Just 1 second, guys. Okay. He's removed already. Okay. We don't need no negative vibes here, no negative energy, right? It's pure positivity. So I've just deleted that guy, whoever he was, and I've reported him. All right, because we're talking about serious matters that is, that affects us all, and somebody is choosing to be negative. But anyways, all right. Well, no joke, bro, because this is serious matter. Okay, period. Come on now, the world is being shaken up by history of systemic racism, discrimination, belittling people. Come on. Jokes aside, this is serious matter. The joke is over. The joke is literally over, okay? Positive vibes all the way, brother. Yes, Tyrus, all the way. Only positive vibes. So whoever's down for negativity, I'm sorry, go somewhere else, okay? Because this is real talk. It's about love, about talking positivity, how to move forward as a human race, collectively, not divided, collectively. All right. So, so some people will be so negative, to somebody else, you, you know, a next human being, that they will just go home, sleep at night, just get on with things. Thank you, Susanna. Nice to see you here. Much love, much love. So I mean, the thing is, each and every one of us has a part to play. Much love, Susanna. You know, each and every one of us has a part to play in this. Um, you know, in what's going on now. You know, we do simply because some of us are discriminative. Also, some of us have racism, within us as well, and we display it, right? So, as much as we will focus, okay, so I feel like we should all come up and plan so we can work together and not have hatred, especially racism, because I see those protests and riots that I saw some are getting. Yep, yep, yep. Exactly, brother. I mean, we don't need death, over more death, because people, are just voicing out, their feelings, their frustrations, and to tell you the truth, right, Mr. Trump should be removed from office. He should be impeached because what he's doing, he is not a leader right now. He is instigating things, making matters worse. He should ban, somebody should ban him from Twitter, first and foremost, right? Because rather than going, to Twitter, he needs to come and speak out and support, the marches and support the movement. Because the end of the day, what has happened is criminal acts, it's murder. That's been going on for many, many years now, many, many centuries right? Yeah, until somebody does, a direct act, towards you, then then you can judge that person alone though. But don't stereotype, like a friend earlier, the way he was, being a bit disrespectful. Now, I will counsel a person like that because it is completely wrong. That is rude. That is very, insultive, negative behaviors. Okay, so like Martin Luther King said, right? Don't judge, a person by their skin tone or their skin color, right? Judge them by the content of their character, and I believe that too, you know. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, it's like he's doing things all wrong. He's not he's not a good leader. I don't believe at all because because a moment like this, that is when your leadership is tested to the maximum. It's really, really tested, you know. And I believe that he is losing the battle of popularity, and rightly so, because because a time like this, we need order. We need a sensible person who is in a position to lead, to talk sense, That way, things will be calmer, There will be more peace, because there is sensible dialogue, that is going on, Sensible communication. So, yes, I mean, Trump, I don't know what he's doing, man, but, don't worry, what goes around comes around, 100%, you know. But yeah, it's I just think as well as much as we want other people to change, to change their way of thinking, to change the system, to change, everything that's been going on for centuries now, right? I believe we also have to change ourselves, the way that we view other races, other culture, other, minority groups, the narratives has been sold to us by the media, by politicians, by the people that is at the top, But all that is false narratives. False narratives. Because what I find interesting is some of these people that is at the top are supposed to be believers of God, right? That they believe in God. Well, you know, I find it quite funny that if they believe in God, how can you have in your heart such hatred for a next human being that you don't even know? I find that amazing. Just like the coronavirus, everybody's outside. I don't see nobody dropping dead besides the police beating on people. Not all, but most people. Yep, yep. 100%, brother. 100%. You know. So I mean, some of these people are God believers. Well, shall I say, so-called God believers, right? Because I don't believe you can believe in God and be doing such evil acts. It's impossible. It does not make any sense. That means you are not God fearing. You know, you don't think there is punishments for you. That is why some of these people, in authorities or leadership position would behave in such a negative way. They don't believe there is consequences on this earth or after you pass away, after you die. We should be God fearing because that's the only way we would apply law. I truly believe in this, that if we are God fearing people, truly, then we would at least respect the next human being as how we want to respect ourselves. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. I mean, let's take for instance Italy, right? Now Italy is supposed to have the Pope, right? So-called Pope, right? Now, many racism cases and discrimination cases. Yeah, that the bit that blows my mind. They claim they are men and women of God, but yet they have such hatred towards people they don't even know. Yep, exactly. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Well said, Billy. Well said. You know, I don't understand. Like, let's take for instance, Italy. The so-called Pope lives there and goes around the world preaching about God. Right now, in his own country, on a regular basis, there is racism, discrimination that is going on, especially during football matches, right? The famous footballer Balotelli. I don't know if you guys know him, but anyway, he's a football player. He's been through many racism, chanting, from the crowd, yeah. And what I find out is some of the media outlet there will support such behaviors. But what I find even more interesting is not once have I heard the Pope come out and condemn such negative behaviors. Not once. Right? Question mark. Is he a man of God? So because I just don't understand, how can you claim to believe in God, and yet so much things happen and you'll turn a blind eye, like it's not happening. But God sees everything that we do. Everything that we do. I believe in that 100%, right? I believe he sees everything that we do. And, each and every one of us would answer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Facts, for real, because, because no matter how clever some of us think we are only fooling ourselves. Plain and simple. We are fooling ourselves. God sees everything, you know? So, it just, it's amazing. Yes, God do see everything that we do, and I'm not fear or nothing. A lot of people don't understand, but you do evil things will come back to you. Yeah, 100%, Tyrese. 100%, karma. What goes around always comes back, that's the laws of the universe, 100%. But some of these people don't think that, this will come back to them, though, which is their, their way of thinking. I'm surprised. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Khadija. How are you doing? I hope you're good. I hope you're blessed. I hope everything's all good with you. Much love. Much love. Thanks for joining us. We are just talking about, the awakening of the human race, trying to discuss about the discriminative issues, the racism issues, Have a good relaxation then, okay? Nice. You deserve it. Yes, yes, yes. You know. Khadija, what's your take on on what's going on? What is your viewpoint? On the George Floyd incident, and then obviously what has happened after that. What is your view on it? I love, okay, they're looting and riots. Yeah, yeah, unfortunately, I know that's the side, I don't really like the violence, because, I understand some people are angry, but I'm not sure if it's the proper protesters that are doing these things, because some of the shops that we are looting. Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, it's a great shame. A great shame. And I don't agree with the people. To, yep, yep, yep. 100%. We have to be safe, because at the end of the day, we can have voice. We can voice our frustrations, our anger, in a much better way. I think those people that are causing violence, it doesn't make any sense, whatsoever. You know. Yes, yes, yes. Keep safe. Keep safe. Yes. Nice one, Susanna. Definitely, I support that. We should all be safe, but still voice your, opinions, your views, on what is going on, because I really believe that now is the moment. Now is the time. Some of us are waking up. In the human race. You know, some of us are waking up. You know, um, you know what's funny? What I also, of course, it's wrong what happened to him. I'm so heartbroken. Yes, we must be heard, but not violently. We're watching here happening there. Thank you, Susanna. Yes, yes, Khadija. Very, very true. Very, very true, Khadija. Very, very true. That you know. Yeah, I know. I know, Susanna. Yeah, you know, it's very sad. Definitely, you know, violence wrong. You know that should not happen. That should not happen. You know, but you know, there's a the deeper issues is affecting us all because we are all part of society, right? And I think the time has come for us to want to learn about somebody else. From whatever culture that they're from. We shouldn't believe the narratives that has been pushed, that has been told to us by politicians, the media. Because those are all false narratives. We should get to know people. You know. Yeah, I'm not going to say nothing about it, but if I have to, I will. And the fact that we finally wake up and the world, this is beautiful thing now come up. Yes, yes, yes. 100%, Tyrese. 100%, man. 100%, We are awake, and it's a blessing, and sometimes in life, it takes a tragedy, somebody's death, for us to wake up. Yeah, definitely, Susanna. Yeah, I agree with that. Kadisha says we are follow the rules of the land, but the police are abusing their authorities. That is true. They are. They are. They very much are. And that's the same way around the world. I think the police, some of them, because the respect. There are some good police officers out there who are doing a great job. In changing society. In affecting change. But there are bad officers out there too. You know. So it's bittersweet. There is good and bad. You know. Yes, Susanna. Yep, definitely. And for me, I just think that we should we should take notice of how we also feel about other people, the minorities, because remember this, right? From we become adults, we are conditioned how to think about certain cultures and certain groups of people. I'm going to give you a good example. The way Trump was when Trump came into power, and he was being negative or using negative terminologies, against the Mexican people. He will use terms like they are drug dealers, they are. So he is stereotyping all of them, which I find wrong, and we have to start to condition our own minds in respecting a person before you meet them because you don't know them. How can you stereotype them? You know? How do you know? So for me, God has made us all in his own image. We are God's children. To try and pick and choose who to hate, it does not make any sense to me. The good and the bad. Yes, Khadijah. Very, very true. And Susanna says, and handcuffed already, his two hands, he can't do anything. What force to fight this police officer? Floyd also can't breathe. Yeah, definitely. 100%. 100%. I mean, that is one of the most. I mean, what the officer had his hands inside his pocket. I just find it so disturbing that he is motionless, like he has no ounce of emotions, that somebody is dying under your knees, you know yes, 100%, 100%. Khadijah, yeah, they should have been charged, they should have been charged, definitely, and this is the thing though, they don't realize that they are promoting, negativity. Because if you want to put things right, or at least show people that the system is changing, you have to do the right thing. There is no choice. You have to do the right thing. And all those officers that were there watching and staring, they also are guilty of killing George Floyd. Period. There is no excuses, because they could clearly see and hear that he was begging for his life. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. So they are as guilty as the officer who had his knee on his neck. Period. Because they are paid to protect and serve, not to kill people. You know, not to discriminate, not to be racist. None of that should be happening. They are paid to protect and serve. Protect. Well, they weren't protecting him. They killed him. And it's almost like that killing. They killed, or they that moment they woke up the serious problem that is within the human race, the serious issue that is within the human race. That moment is one of those moments that we will never ever forget. It's a reference point. Tyrese says exactly, they pinned him down like he couldn't move. Yeah, and Susanna said, but I heard the news just only defied their works. All those officers, it's unfair need to put them in jail too. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. 100%. I agree with that. Susanna, also Tyrese and Khadijah says period. Yeah. Because then we are only encouraging more negative behaviors. That is what we're doing. Encouraging more negative behaviors. You know, and like I said, we also have a responsibility. We have to learn when the media is trying to manipulate our minds, and when politicians are trying to condition us how to think about certain sets or groups of people. We have to be aware. We have to have a very much our mind has to be open at all times, because when our minds are closed, that's when it is easy for outside forces to influence our minds with negative information. And so my humble advice is for us to keep our minds open. God has given us such a powerful brain that we should never close it, you know? Never close it. Always allowed new information, to enter, because that's the only way we will better ourselves as individuals. The only way. Okay? And I'll give you guys an example of something I mentioned before on my Instagram live stream. Is Khadija, by the way, can you put your I'm not sure if you are on Instagram. Can you put your link there, please, for us to connect? Okay. Yeah. So, what was I saying? I've lost my train of thought now. Where was I? Okay. The Human Rights Act, right? The Human Rights Act of 1998. Since that act came into force, right? Who has that act benefited? You know, I I always wonder that. Who has that policy benefited? It certainly has not benefited, the minorities or the the people that are, in a disadvantaged position. So, I mean, I'll give you an example, of a wider continent, which is Africa, right? The Human Rights Act has not touched Africa, to be truthful, because the Western world are still taking advantage of Africa, their resources, everything, even even some countries in the Middle East like Iraq. I mean, America went there, to take the oil, but they can give us pretentious reasons, yeah, that they went there to get Saddam Hussein, and give us false narratives, right? But what does Suzanne say? But I heard the news. Just only they fired their works. All those officers. It's unfair need to put them in jail too and paid for. Yeah, I agree with that. 100%. 100%. Yeah. So what I was saying is the Human Rights Act, right? It's it is it is about pick and choose from the Western world who to help, who not to help, and because some countries in the Middle East, some of the wars that are created. So people like myself, I tend to expand my knowledge, right? Some of these countries that wars are created is created purposefully because some of the Western world wants to gain something, within that country. Again, taking advantage of who has that helped, So guys, it's just questions like this I always ask myself because I tend to look at things from different perspectives, right? And I like to think that I'm fully awake because I don't like to to walk around sleeping. I like to have my mind fully open because there are so many negative influences that can come your way, and if we are not careful, some of us get conditioned very easily, very easily. So the issues that is going on affects society in such a major way that each and every one of us has to take a look at ourselves. And if we have to change things about ourselves, how we feel about the next race or the next culture, or perhaps maybe something that we have picked up, from politicians or the media, then the time is now for us to change. The time is now for us to change our way of thinking, because God, has blessed us all with such, gifts and just, individual blessings. Hating is a waste of time. You know, I sometimes wonder how groups like the KKK have time to to have meetings, and just hating next human beings. Oh, I find that funny. Seriously, you know, there is so many things to do in life, so many things to worry about. You actually have time to have meetings on a regular basis to hate a next race. Wow, fascinating. We as human beings, I sometimes say this, right? We are blessed, but yet we are complicated. So, guys, I mean, the awakening of the human race. The awakening of the human race. You know, it's time for some of us to wake up. If not all, but the way we are as a society, only some of us will wake up. At this moment in time, because that's just how it is. Even though there is a loud noise that is going on now, a loud message that is being sent, to the world. We should all be waking up, but it's never going to be the case. Some of us will wake up, 100%. Some of us will change, our way of thinking, and and just know that we can be conditioned to think, a certain way. Because let's be honest, people, right? The police force, right? Let's say, for example, the police force in America. They are part of who? Society. So some of those individual thinking, some of us that is not in the police force have similar thinking also about, some groups of people. So collectively we have to change, and then then teach the next person. Each one teach one. you know each one teach one. you know I'm not sure if some of you guys are aware of the Muhammad Ali story. When he was Muhammad Ali, there was a time that I can't remember which country America had a war with. I'm not sure if it was China or Japan, but I know it was in the Far East somewhere, right? Positive was when Muhammad Ali was asked to go to war, to join the army. He refused. But what he said was very poignant. He says that those people have not done anything to me. Now, for me, that is very humanly to think that way, because you are thinking about the next people. That means love is in your heart. And you refuse. Against all the pressures, you refuse to go to that war. Even though it was at the expense of them taking away your title. Muhammad Ali refused to go to that war. And for me, it's an act that I would forever respect, because human beings should think this way. Love comes first, regardless. You know? Regardless. Love comes first. And you always have to think of how the next human being will feel. Because some of us don't think like that. That's not our first thoughts. How will the next person feel? So, and that gesture, what Muhammad Ali did, refusing to go to the war, refusing to fight against people he does not know. I mean, it's powerful, and for him to actually say that those people have not done anything to me. Come on, guys. That is what you call humanly love right there. We should all think this way. I mean, I don't see why some of us don't think this way, especially if you claim to believe in God. Because, okay, I can understand atheists that don't believe in God, so they, so some of these people are not God fearing, right? But if you claim to believe in God, empathy, compassion for the next human being should become automatic, just like that. It should be automatic. No one has to teach you it. You don't need to go to a course, or a lecture or a class for you to learn the basics of having empathy and compassion for the next human being. It should be, it should be one of the most natural thing from you are born. That's my own personal humble belief, because I just think that some of us tend to behave, like we don't have compassion. Some of us behave like we don't know what the word, empathy is. So, I mean, people, Jevitee Nation, what is happening is just, I just believe it's a blessing for some people. Some people will wake up. That's a natural, that's a natural thing, 100%, because it takes a moment for some of us, maybe that's been sleeping, for us to just shake out the system, shake the head up, shake the body up, and say, I'm okay, I'm awake now. I see clearly. I see clearly, and from today, I will look at things from a different perspective. I would respect the next person, or the next culture, the next race, the next groups of people, because I don't know them, and we cannot go. So, we cannot go by the narratives that's been taught by governments, media, We cannot go by their narratives, because it doesn't make sense. We are all God's children, period. Period. So, narratives have to change, people. Narratives have to change. It's been there for far too long now. Far too long, and some of us just go along with it, you know? Even um, even what I was saying before, I think it was yesterday on my Instagram live stream. I I was giving an example of the way we use the terminology third world. Now, guys, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I will ask you guys, where is the first world? If if the Western world or people in power have labeled certain parts of the world third world, where is the first world? You know, there is only one world, right? Which God has created, one world. And as as far as I'm concerned, um, they will put terminologies in place to oppress people, to be in control, to feel superior, to discriminate, to belittle people, and to condition people. You know, that's my own humble belief that terminologies such as the third world is used to control people. And call this part of the world third world. Why should that be allowed in the first place? And why should we accept it? So is narratives such as these, people, that I tend to preach always, because it is wrong. It is totally wrong. Right? There is no third world. It's used to control people. And we tend to use it, right? Very, very often, I will hear it, in the media, politicians use it, celebrities use it, but there is no such thing as a third world. There is only one world, period. Period. So all these things, people, I'm trying to say, it's been, society has been conditioned. We have been, manipulated to think a certain way, and to conduct ourselves, in a certain way. They want us to think in a certain way. They don't want you to think for yourself, but you should. Because, I mean, let's stick with Africa for a second, right? I see some of the countries there celebrate Independence Day. But to be honest with you, they've given them false hope, because they are not independent. They are still being controlled by the powers that be. So, because, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, right, independence is when you have control of your of your country, of your people. You control, what goes in and out, and so on. Trading, the resources, different things, right? That is independence, right? Independence Day. Again, they have been sold false information that they are free when um, when in fact they are not free. They've been fed a false narrative. So, people, what I'm trying to say, it's time for us to wake up, and seek knowledge. You know, let's learn things about other cultures. Let's learn things about ourselves, how we behave towards other people, how we view other people. Because all these things that's been pushed towards us it's dangerous. It has created so much negativity. Okay, so huh, I just think it's just time for us to wake up, man. This is enough. Enough. It's enough, really. You know, enough is enough. And you know, I'm glad to see many races, many people from different backgrounds coming out and voicing out their opinions, and also joining the march as well. I'm glad to see that happening. That's a positive thing. That's a way. That's a way forward. Because the end of the day, is one world and one love. Like I keep stressing, Martin Luther King speaks about not judging people by the color of their skin, etc. But the key term that I want you guys to focus on is judging a person by the content of their character. So rather than judging people by a particular culture did something to you, it does not give you the permission to stereotype, the whole culture, because that's a very dangerous thing. Okay, and I always tell people, always use the word some. Okay, because you've met only one or two or three or four or five or six people from that particular culture. So it has to be some people, not this culture is this way, or this class way. It's some people. Okay, so the magical word today, people, that we're going to learn is, let's learn to use the word some. SOME, some, just to avoid stereotyping, being discriminative and racism, and all the negative things that we tend to associate with when we put people all in one bracket. Dangerous. It's a dangerous cocktail. So yeah, I just believe that there is a lot for us to learn, and we should just start from the inside, changing, our way of thinking. Let's love ourselves more, because I truly believe if you love yourself, really love yourself positively, you will be able to love, the next human being. I truly believe in that. It's a domino effect. I truly believe in that. If you really love yourself positively, because some of us can say, that we love ourselves, but it could be negatively. in a negative way. But if we truly love ourselves, right? Really love ourselves, I truly believe that we will be able to have the patience, the compassion to show to other people, especially people are etc. I truly believe in these people. So respecting others is the key. These are the things that I believe that we are learning, at present. And these are the things I believe that the human race, or some people in the human race, are on are now waking up to. So I just think narratives have to change, systems have to change. We should not be afraid to speak out, against wrongdoing. We should not be afraid to stand up for what is right, and we should we should be brave to defend to defend the innocents. We should not be afraid, you know, because that is part of the problem. Sometimes I think some of us maybe turn a blind eye to things that we see that we know is wrong. Especially when it's disadvantaging, the next human being, and we know it's a negative act. Some of us know it's wrong, but we turn a blind eye. We don't want to get involved, and I think things like this also has to change. Has to change. You know. Yes. So, but like I keep stressing out, no worries, no worries, Billy man. Respect, no worries. Yes, I mean, I was just talking about the, you know, us changing ourselves really, because it's a moment that it's a time in history that's very, very important, very, very important. You know, so you know, I just think we should be brave to speak against, injustice. We should stand up for what is wrong. Stand up for justice. And I think if we all do that, which is what is happening now, we all of a sudden can see powerful changes, or at least a powerful message, is being pushed out. What's that? Um, yeah. What did you say, Susanna? Just stand by. I can't see it on my screen here. But yeah, I mean, there is loads of positivity though. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, I got you. I got you. Yep. Yeah. there is plenty of positivities that we can focus on and work on. You know, you know, we can use these moments to really, really, really shape the future. You know, we can. I mean, some of us might think this is temporary. Well, I mean, there's a possibility it's going to be temporary message, but that is only if we don't work together. But if we work together, Jonah, hellos, how are you today? Watching from the Philippines. Much love, much love, much love. Welcome, welcome. Join the conversation. Join the conversation. We're speaking about what's happening. What's happening with Lloyd, the incident that happened to him, or the unfortunate incident that led to his death, and also how it affects society, and how society can play a big part in changing the narratives that's been pushed to us to to discriminate people, to to be racist, to to treat people unfairly, and I was saying about some of what we're seeing from the marches in America is like a blessing, because we're seeing so many people that that's involved in the marches from different cultures, across the board, which is a positive thing, you know. And so is things like this can shake up the world, And I think we should use the momentum as well, We should use it. Yeah, yeah, I know. Very, very sad, Very, very sad, But it's at the same time, as much as somebody has to lose their life in order to affect change, I think on the other side there is blessings, there is positives. So he did not die in vain. His name will forever be remembered. Forever be remembered, never be forgotten, you know. And I believe they should make a statue of George Floyd, because I think he has created history, by his life being taken, on unfortunately. But I think he has created a powerful movement for change. And George Floyd, that's what I'm calling for, because I truly believe it's a moment in history that is very, very powerful. And if it wasn't for his life being taken away so disgracefully, then everything else that is going on now will not be happening. So I think a statue should be made in honor of George Floyd. That is what I am calling for, and I think everybody, should do the same thing too. We should all call for a statue to be made in his name, and for us to remember him forever, and also for the statue to be there as a symbol, as a symbol to remind us as society, as a human race, that love comes first before hate, and also hating the next human being because of differences, there are negative consequences at the end of it. So I think a statue should be made in his honor. What do you think, guys? I mean, that's just my own humble opinion. You know, So yes, so that's that's my take on that, people. You know, I truly believe that. You know, I actually believe that if we are to not forget what is happening right now, then a a statue in in his memory should be made, should be created. You know. Yes, people. But you know what? There is positives, people. There is positives, people. Yes. You know. So, people, I mean, what do you think when I'm saying about the the awakening of the human race? What's your viewpoints, people? Yeah, I can feel the energy. 100%. I'm feeling the energy of change, positive changes. And I think the rest of the world, London had a march. Oh, thank you, Billy. Much respect, man, for that. Yeah. I think that would be right. Just to serve us as a reminder. To move forward positively. And to be reminded because um, human beings we tend to forget. Some of us, will just go back to the old ways of thinking. And I think to avoid that, Billy, I think, yeah, definitely, a statue would serve as a reminder, as a reminder that we need to show love to one another rather than hate. Otherwise, the consequences, well, just have a look, uh, just have a look at the statue, or just think of George Floyd, you know, as a reminder that being negative, towards one another just because of differences is not a good way to live life. So definitely, I think a statue. Me as agent, I felt about it being criticized. That is true facts. That is true facts. This is what I was saying before when Mr. Trump was stereotyping the Chinese people, because of the coronavirus, and then people were feeding off such hatred, and then they were abusing Chinese people, and people from that side, and I thought that was wrong. That is wrong thinking, because you cannot, you cannot abuse people just because of their race. It doesn't matter if the coronavirus came from this country or that country. You cannot stereotype everybody from that country. That is wrong. So I totally agree with you. It's not a nice feeling at all. To be stereotyped. To be looked down upon. Because you're different from somebody else. That's not a nice feeling. And it's wrong. It's wrong behavior when people behave like this. And I can never understand it, why some of these people that behave in such a way claim to believe in God, but but it's not a godly act to be negative, to make people feel so low, so worthless. It's not a godly act. Some people really need to understand this. It's not a godly act. If you truly believe in God, you will have love in your heart first and foremost. Period. Period. There is no debating it. You will have love in your heart first and foremost. So yeah, I mean, I don't believe in. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, Joanna, I'm always for human rights, because we are all human beings, and the only difference is, that we have is just, like I said, culture, class, skin tone, whatever it is. But the end of the day, let's just keep it basic. If we split, the skin open, every single human being will bleed red blood. Okay, and I've never, in my life seen purple blood, pink blood, or any other color blood. Right? There is only one type of blood, red. And then if we are to go deeper, when we all die, we all turn to the same thing, skeleton. Okay, and yeah, so I just don't understand how some people, they want to live life negatively. Love should be the way. you know Respect people as you want to be respected, regardless of the differences. Differences are a blessing, because I believe, variety is the spice of life. Because if we all look the same way, right, I I think the world would be boring. I truly believe in this. I think the world would be totally boring if we all look the same way. You know, but the fact that we have differences, races, culture, class, whatever it is, I think that makes the world even more colorful and more beautiful. That's that's just my own humble opinion. I think it makes the world more beautiful. You know, because there's many you know varieties. And also learn more. About. You're probably too busy, but would you like to go live on Insta after you finish this? Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't mind that, Billy. Yeah, I don't mind, Billy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Hello, Jules. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the discussion. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? How are you doing today? How are you doing? I hope you're blessed. How are you doing? I hope you're blessed. I hope you're blessed. Yeah, yeah, definitely, Billy. No question, man. And I respect that. I respect that highly. Yeah, that's good, Jules. Yeah, it's good to know that you're all good. Um, um, Let me just give you a quick update of what we are discussing. We are discussing the awakening of the human race, meaning our conscious state, what we have been fed, all the false narratives. My fiance is from Virginia, and he was with a widow for a black lady. He has 4 children, and obviously they're all like men, and they were criticized because they obviously like black men. Yeah, Joanna, thanks for sharing that story with us. You know, yeah, that that is the way it is. Because people have been fed a false narrative, and unfortunately, Joanna, you know, unfortunately, some of us can't use our own brain that we should, ourselves, right? So why do we want to do it, up to other people? I can never understand that. So, I just think those people that don't want to use their brain and stop stereotyping, well, one day they will find out, for themselves that stereotyping is wrong, because what goes around comes around. Okay, because the end of the day, you know, um, um, come and know me first. Come and get to know me, find out about me. The person. Don't just think, well, because a person's from certain culture or certain race, they are this way. They are that way. It's dangerous thinking. You know. But again, this false narrative has been pushed to us as a society. The media has a part to play in this. Politicians, the people at the top, sometimes celebrities as well. All these are false narratives. They are false information being fed, to people. And I just think it's wrong. Is so wrong, because I always believe to treat others as you want to be treated. You know, Simple principle, right? A very, very basic principle. Treat others as you would like to be treated. It's very simple. So sometimes I just find it amazing how some human beings think, or at least, or shall I say, how they don't think. Because I don't think, I don't believe that they are really thinking. Because if they are really thinking, you should not be stereotyping people that you don't even know. You know, I mean, at least don't hate them. Why you want to hate them for? Why? So so Joanna, I think you know what I'll say to you and your sorry, your fiance is, you know what? Carry on living life with a smile on your face and just have love in your hearts, because I believe in karma. Also, yeah, cool, yeah, yeah. So yes, so it's all good, because you guys are multicultural, Joanna, and multiculturalism is very good, it's a good thing. But I just believe, as human beings, we should just have love in our hearts, you know, and judge people fairly. Don't stereotype. Don't um, don't discriminate just because of what the media says, politicians say, or the people at the top say. We should judge people fairly accordingly. You know, because if we don't, it creates negative behaviors for sure. And as we know from the Judge Floyd case, it can produce negative consequences. You know, so the only way, the only way for society and communities and individuals to come together is to show the basic things like love thy neighbor as you love yourself. Because if we really say that we believe in God, we should not contradict ourselves, right? And show hate in our hearts, for the next race or to the next culture, you know. So I just think these things. I mean, I am hoping some human beings will start to change now, because they can clearly see what is going on, in the world. Okay, that's a very interesting question, Joanna. I was born a Christian, I am Catholic, in fact. I was born, into a Christian religion. But as time has gone on, I have seen enough things to suggest that there are many things I question, within Christianity, and not just Christianity but other religions also. So I choose, I choose to just believe in the Most High, to believe in God, and to believe in the basics, that I've taken out from the Bible, right? Which is love thy neighbor as you love yourself, just the basics. Yes, Billy. Yeah, yeah, yes, exactly. So that's where I stand on. I believe in everything else, as in, human race, to love everybody because we are all God's children, But I would not put myself Christian, because I think, I think religion is a label. That is what we human beings tend to want to label us, ourselves by. So I believe in God 150%. So I tend to walk by faith and not by sight. So yes, yes. And also, Yes, and the Christianity. Hello, LTCM. How you doing? Hope you're blessed. Yeah, and also, like different faiths. Like I have certain other belief systems. Yeah, that's that I support. The way they live their life. Like I believe in Buddhism. I believe in Rastafarian, just the way they live their life, the way they conduct themselves, the way they respect the next human being, So I tend to simplify myself, without getting things too complicated, because I truly believe that is one of the problems in religion, the way different people tend to interpret things. I truly believe that's when it becomes dangerous, because if we look at let's say Christianity, let's look at the Pope. For example, I mentioned this topic, well, just a small bit of it earlier. Let's touch on the Pope. Yeah, is supposed to be the head of the Catholic Church. Was that we have to give respect to each and everyone through religion and races as well. Yes, 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 yes. I mean, I respect people that have the religion, but it's just my own personal choice that I just think we tend to interpret verses and what let's say the Bible says differently, and that causes problems. That causes conflicts. When God, well, I believe God has not created us to be so complicated. So I simplify myself by just having the most basic rule that I believe covers everything else. Yeah, loving thy neighbor as you love yourself. I believe that is my type of thinking. So so for me, the Most High, to believe in the Most High, does not have to be complicated. But if you notice, different religions, Christianity, Muslim, different, Judaism, different religions seem to have complications, because people have different concept of what they read, and like I keep stressing out, I don't believe God wants us to be so complicated when it's so simple. Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. Everything else follows. Everything else follows, because I don't believe there is time for hate. I don't believe there is time for discriminative, or being racist. I don't think, if you truly believe in that one, passage, or one sentence, or one commandments, I don't think you have time in your heart to hate. I don't believe so. Otherwise, you are contradicting yourself. You are truly contradicting yourself. You know, I truly believe that you are contradicting yourself if you claim to be a let's say a Christian or Muslim, whatever it might be, and you still have time to hate next culture or race or groups of people just because of what maybe the media, politicians, and other sources have told you, I don't believe you are a true believer of God. That's just my own humble, opinion. That's just my own humble opinion. I mean, I'm going to give you an example, right? I'm not sure if it's true, but some some people, especially in now, people like that might go to church. But then I will ask the question, why are you going to church? What is the point of you going to church? And also, what's the point of you calling yourself a Christian? Or what's the point of you saying that you believe in God? Somebody answer me that, please. Because it makes no sense to me whatsoever. What's the point? Not be God-fearing. That's impossible. To me, such actions, the things that some people do and they claim to believe in in God, their actions does not demonstrate that. It demonstrates that they worship the devil. Let's be honest here. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Some people's actions, it feels like and it looks like they worship the devil. Let's be real. Let's be real. So I will ask the question, which God do these people tend to worship? If it's the one above, if it's the God, that is above us all, right? Then that means people that do such evil acts, right, are not God-fearing, because that means they don't believe God is watching them at that moment, and also they don't believe that God is seeing their hearts and their mind, meaning their intentions. I mean, somebody tell me if I'm wrong, because like I'm saying, I simplify the way I believe in God. I don't get it complicated, because that is the problem with, I believe, some human beings. They get it complicated. Like, okay, I'm going to give you guys a fine example. Just yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, Donald Trump and held the Bible. Again, this is the type of things that I'm talking about. Some people claim to believe in God, claim to be, Christians, and I'm seeing the most evil things, because he can't talk. He cannot tell me that he is a true God believer. If you are, you will not have time to be stereotyping Mexicans. You will not have time to be stereotyping Muslims. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on. Because your words is dangerous. It incites hate. It creates negativity amongst people that can't think for themselves. And that is not a godly behavior, as far as I'm concerned. So I will ask, why would he hold a Bible? You see, what I'm trying to say is, some people, I think religion has confused them, because loving thy neighbor, even the words that come out of your mouth against the next human being, right? As in, to hate them, discriminate against them, being racist. If you truly believe in God, you will watch your tongue, and also You will watch the way that you think. You want to cleanse yourself. You want to, like, ask God, yeah, for forgiveness. You want to seek redemption. You want to change your ways. For me, these are basic things. It's not complicated. So I don't know why people tend to complicate matters and then claim to be doing things here in God's name. I don't believe in that. So, that's just me though. These are just my views. I'm a simple man. I'm not simple. I try my best to be truthful and to be honest. You know, and like I said, if we are God fearing, then I think to 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 watch the behaviors that we do, the hatred acts that we do, to the next human being. I think if we are truly godly, then we would stop ourselves from doing those acts and stop ourselves from thinking in such negative ways. You know, you know. But Joanna, don't get me wrong as well. Let me just highlight this. I respect every human being's, belief system, their religion, and things like this. What I am more focusing on is people's actions, because we can say that we go to church every day or every Sunday, or we can claim that we are true Muslims and we go to the mosque and and we pray 5 times a day. You know, but your actions will tell me a lot about you, about really how truly you believe in God, you know, by your actions, yeah, especially against the next human being. Because, every religion is very similar, right? They have similarities, as in, to respect, the next human being, similarities, right? So it shouldn't be anything different for a Muslim or a Christian or, anyone else. It's very similar. So that's why I go by the number one rule. That is my own, number one basic rule, because I don't classify myself as a Christian. In fact, 150%, 200%, and much, much more. Okay? Much, much more. So it's not, disliking people that, that believe in, in a religion, Christianity, Muslim, or, whatever it is, it's just people's actions. Because actions speak louder than words. I believe in that 100%. Speaks louder than words. Okay? So that's where I stand, people. And you know, um, we tend to think also that religion is also used to suppress people. It's used to control people. It's used to devalue them, when it should be used to uplift people. Okay? Again, I don't understand why people get it confused. You know, excuse me. It should be used to uplift people, to to empower people. It should be used to, to make people feel good about themselves, you know? But the way that I've seen it for many, many years, it's not the case. I know there are good people out there, from the Christian community, from the Muslim community, from the Buddhism community. I know there are good people out there. So I'm not really speaking about them, because I respect them, practicing what they preach. I am focusing on those people that claim to believe in God. They're different from them, because of race, culture, class, etc. I find those behaviors just, I don't know. I can never understand it. Never understand it. So, yeah. So that's how I personally feel. I just think that what's going on now, some of us, or some people in the human race, is waking up. You know, they're waking up in the way that they have been for many years. How they think about somebody else. You know, you know. I think it is time for us to learn about other people's races, and cultures, and I mean, because information, is good. Knowledge is power, you know, to empower you positively, you know. So, so we need to stop to promote the false narratives, and just promote positive, you know, information, you know. Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. It's so important, because it can help us to deal with so many issues peacefully, you know. But unfortunately, some human beings, they they are power crazy. So unfortunately, as much as I have hope for human race, unfortunately, not all of us will change, because we are all so different. There are some human beings who will continue to discriminate, to be racist, to control people, because they think they are a better race or class, you know so some people will not change. They find changing the wrong thing to do, when really it's the right thing to do, because all you have to do is just assess yourself and think, the way I've been thinking, is it really the right way? Hating people, the answer should be a no. Do you really have time to hate? I can't understand it. So guys, I mean, that's what I believe. That's just my own humble opinions, I just think treating others as you want to be treated is the first key. To love thy neighbor as you love yourself, is also the first key to, betterment, of yourself, and walking, the godly path, you know, because getting things complicated, you know, I think too much issues happen there. too much problems, you know. So that's just my own personal view, guys. I mean, you know, my own personal view, you know. Um, you know, so it's very important for us to you know, unlearn to relearn, because there are information that we have been taught, right, which we should realize now it is the wrong information. So that's what I mean by to unlearn information that we have been taught, you know, meaning take it out, you know, from the brain cells, you know, and then invite new information that makes sense positively. I truly believe in this, people. Truly, truly believe in this. You know, one I have is it's like we are also blessed. We are all so blessed, but yet some of us, you know, problems come, you know, our way, issues, life's challenges, and then we switch. We tend to want to blame people now, blame the next race, you know, blame this and blame that, like what Trump was doing, you know, blaming the Mexicans, you know. Yes, Ranks. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Welcome. You know, we're having a interesting debate here. Sorry, discussion on the awakening of the human race. On the current issues that is going on. You know, yeah, man. I'm blessed, brother. I'm blessed, man. You know, but yeah, so we're talking about the narratives. Um, actually, Ranks. Yes, people. Ranks is in the building. He's in the house. Say what's up, man. He's in the house. You know, big up yourself, brother, man. Yes, bro. Actually, I was mentioning your culture. I mean, the Rastafarian, beliefs system. I was using Rastafarian as an example of the type of principles that I have in my heart. To respect, the next man. The next man, the next woman, the next human being. Regardless of races. You know, you know. So I by the system, by the hierarchies, by the people, that's in power, the false information, the false narratives that has been pushed, up towards us for centuries now, for years, you know, that's been false because it suits their game plan, really, to spread hate, to 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 make people think that what they are spreading is the right way of thinking, but it's not. You know. Oh, just 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. A question a question has come through. So, so the question is, hey bro, how do you have any advice for getting motivated during this entire outbreak? I've been sitting on my ass. Hang on a second, bro. I've been sitting on my ass most of the time, not doing even basic exercise, like going walking. Much love. Yeah, well, the advice I will have is um, use use these moments to transform yourself. So you have to search within yourself what motivates you. That's the first thing. What motivates you? And also, why do you want to exercise? Why do you want to transform yourself per se? Or why do you want to feel good? Because exercise makes you feel good. It's transform your the mental state, the endorphins. It gives you good health, of course. It makes you think better. So many motivations that can drive us to start today, now. But one thing I would advise you, brother, is start from basics, okay? Maybe 10 minutes or 5 minutes of just random, maybe press ups or sit ups, something basic, just to get you back into the groove. Because most people that start to exercise, right, they realize afterwards that, they can't stop because of the endorphins that is produced, the chemicals from the brain. Because that feeling good chemical from the brain, no money in the world can buy it. It's priceless. So my advice will be, find what motivates you. Write them down. Things that motivate you. You know, so write them down. And just make sure they are from your heart and soul. So don't rush it. Just take your time. Search within. Because everyone's got their things that motivate them. For me personally speaking, I want to firstly have good health, but I want to have a calm mind. I want to think clearly. I want to have an open mind. I want to better myself. And also, I want to show my generation, that exercise, it's a good thing, that it has so many benefits. Because one thing I would say, right, if you watch some of my contents from my channel, you will notice that the videos are very motivate motivational orientated, right? So it's both exercising and both feeding the mind positive thoughts. Now, my slogan is, without the mind, the body is useless. Okay? So we have to exercise both. And they are both limitless, meaning we can continue to exercise the brain, yeah, and the more we exercise it, by reading some motivational things, and listen to to motivational audios, and surround ourselves with motivational things. or on people. I think you are growing the brain cells. You are improving it. You are bettering yourself. So fitness is limitless. It just means it's endless. Meaning we can never stop learning about ourselves. And fitness of the brain comes first. Fitness of the body comes second. Because there are some people, I mean, that is their choice. There are some people who tend to focus on the body only, right? How will I look? Like six pack and you know to work on your body, is good. I'm not saying that it's not good, but if your sole focus is only on your body and you leave in your brain, behind, then you have a problem. So that's what I'm saying, about the slogan, on my channel. Fitness is limitless. It's not just speaking about fitness of the body. It's speaking about fitness of the mind. You know, so like I said, if you have seen most of my contents, you know, my main concern, because we need to be healthy mentally and physically. You know, that's the only way. We're gonna think better. We can meditate better. We can focus better. So yeah, so I would recommend for you to find things that motivate you, because what motivates me, yeah, will be different to you. So I would truly advise you to find what really motivates you, what drives you, you know, and also what is very, very, like, it could be family, it could be, you know, for health reasons. But one advice I will give to you is loving yourself. That's a motivation good for yourself. I truly believe that will drive anybody, or at least it should, if you really mean it from the bottom of your heart. Because, loving yourself, right? You would have the energy to at least start, maybe let's say 10 minutes, small exercise, so whether it's press ups or sit ups or going jogging for 10 minutes, just to get your body in the groove, maybe for 1 week, 2 week, just taking it easy, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Hello, Zoe. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Yeah. What I'm saying, even if you start maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes, doing exercises, basic ones, every day, just to build your momentum. I think that's a good place to start. And be feeding your mind positive thoughts. Listen to motivational things. One person I will recommend. One person. Oh well, two or three actually. Billy's aware of him, of course. That is Billy's guy. Gary V. And also Les Brown. Okay, so So let me just write them down. Yeah. Yeah. Just 1 second, guys. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Billy. Shout out to Billy. Yeah. So I would recommend those. They are true motivators. You know, and I just think you you have to find your why. What really pushes you? What drives you? What would you know? What will keep you going when there are days you don't feel like exercising or doing workouts? What will drive you? You know, But I just think keeping healthy body, mind, and soul. So whether you're doing yoga, you know, exercising, working out. I just think those things are so relevant for our existence because with everything that we tackle, in life, challenges and so many things that comes our way. I truly believe that exercising, yoga, workouts, all these things are ways to positive energy. I truly believe in this. I truly believe in this. And from some of my life's journey, I would say that it has helped me. It has helped me to stay grounded, to stay humble, to stay focused. You know. Okay. Here's the next one. I don't know if you guys can see it on the screen. How do you pronounce the name? Eckhart Tolle. Okay, that's a good one too. Yeah, they're spiritual healers as well. 100%. Zoe, that are powerful. That they motivate. That. Oh, thank you, brother. Oh man, much respect, man, for that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man, to the fullest, brother. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Thank you for that. You know. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying my best, bro. I'm. You know. There are some certain things in me that I have learned through my journey that I realize that I need to give out to other people. So that's one of the reasons why I am created this channel. Because there are some things I realize is in me. Yes. You know what's funny, right? 1 second, guys. Yes, guys, I'm back. Um, Zoe. In my mind, it seemed familiar, but then I thought to myself, maybe not. But then, something was bugging me that that was a familiar name. But here we go, right? The power of now, people. Powerful beyond measure. As you can see, every day, I am on this, the power of now. If some of you guys want to take note of it, a very powerful book, very motivational, and yeah, basically, it just makes you think. It brings you back to your senses, really, and just give you a different perspective. You know. So yeah, the power of now, people. Awesome book. Awesome book. You know, there are other books as well that I'm about to show you guys now. Yes, life changing indeed. Yeah, yeah, it is. I just picked up these ones recently. I don't know if you guys can see this one. Make You Calm. This one is by Dr. Jevitee and Hebub. I'll put a link there. Yeah, very good books though. I don't know if you can see them though. Um, I'll just put their names down. Okay. Okay. And Joe Uzma. Yeah, you know, all these books are very powerful. It just makes you think, and just yeah, like Zoe said about the power of now, it changes your life. So it's very powerful books here. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see it, just for maybe for you guys to take a picture of it, or play this live stream back to remember the book. Um, and the names at the bottom in it. Yeah. So yeah, these are powerful books, and like I was saying earlier, I truly believe to be training your mind is a good thing, because it keeps you, you know, awake, you know, and you tend to be seeing things from a different perspective, but with an open mind. Okay, so I think brain exercise is a very good thing, for us as human beings, So yeah, and that's all part of um of doing your workouts. That's what I truly believe in, because we are powerful beyond measure, man, and to tap into this brain, I think, it's a beautiful thing, and to keep tapping in, and for us to find out what we are capable of, how powerful that we are. I think it's a beautiful thing, when we see human beings transform. It's a beautiful thing, because I think then we'll realize, yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, same here. I like books that are powerful like that. And they intend to read them again and again and again because it's needed. It's needed. Have you heard of the Secret, Joe? Joe. Sorry, Zoe. Have you heard of the book The Secret? I will recommend that one highly. Yeah, amazing. That's a book I will recommend. I think you will like that. You will like that. You know, you will like that. Very powerful book, The Secret. Very, very powerful. Yeah. So that's one. I will recommend as well. You know. But yeah, I mean, I just think exercising, the mind is so important. It's so important. Because when our mind goes weak, then everything else goes weak, right? You know? So exercising it, I think there is no choice. We just have to. We just have to. Otherwise, I do believe there, and when we can't think straight, a lot of things gets invited. Temptations, many, many things, because when you're blind, but you can't see, right? So, I truly and honestly believe that we definitely, definitely have to consistently train the mind, as well as the body collectively, That's what I was saying earlier to our friend that my slogan, fitness is limitless. Um, that's what it stands for. Most people don't know that because most people think because they see the word fitness, so yeah, so they just think the body, the body, the body, but no, it's much more deeper than that. The body, the mind and body, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, all these things are important to keep yourself awake and very, how can I say, very open-minded. Yes, it will teach you not to close your mind when you are constantly training yourself, because you are aware the importance of new information. especially if it will make you into a better person. So I think, yeah. So that's that's just my own humble opinion, guys. You know. Yes, yes, guys. So the awakening of the human race. Yes, people. I think we are waking up. And by the way, guys, I'm gonna go on Instagram after I finish this live stream on Billy's request. So I'm gonna be on the live after this one on the Instagram. So any of you guys who have my Instagram link, join me. You know, join me for us to discuss more deep stuff, more stuff that is good for our mind, our body. You know, so whether it's changing ourselves, you know, transforming ourselves, and getting out of habits, and you know, whatever the topic is, so long as it's positive thinking, Jevitee is down with that. Okay, so try and join us as well, people. After we finish this live stream on YouTube, I will be on Instagram. Okay, let's keep spreading the love and the positive energy, and yeah. So because it's important, especially in the times that we live in now. We really need to know that you know coronavirus and what happened, what is happening now, in America, around the world. All these things happen for reasons, and it's up to us to take the benefits, find the benefits, find the positives, and just to better ourselves, and then in return we can better other people, so whether it's our family, our friends, the wider community, the wider world out there. But I truly believe in each one teach one. Okay, I truly believe in this. So I think as much as we might see, maybe from some angles, it looks like disaster or craziness that is going on, in the world. I think we should just calm ourselves down, and just calm the mind down, and just see things for what it is, that we can use this moment to be so much better than ever before, so much stronger mentally and physically, you know? And that can only be good for you as a person, you know? All right, Zori, night now. I wish I could stay longer. I have a very early start. Life goes well with Billy. Much love. Thank you for stop you. Thank you. Much appreciated. Many blessings. Have a good rest. Have a good rest, and yeah, just keep being blessed and keep being positive. All right. So blessings. Have a good night, Joy. Yeah. Yeah. So. Oh yeah. Thanks for that as well. Yeah. Me and Billy will have a good one. Yeah. Cheers. I forgot to mention that. So you know. Yeah. So So what I was saying is, it's so good for us to just keep improving, ourselves in so many ways, and which starts from within. I don't know if you guys have heard this saying. Maybe some of you guys that watch my content, when we deal with the enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. So that's that quote right there is training yourself mentally and physically. That's why I was saying earlier about the fitness is limitless. That slogan goes deeper than what people actually think it means, but you know but it's similar to this quote. you know Once we deal with the enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. And I'm in my journey, trying to deal with the enemy within. you know so I'm still in the process of doing that. Because I think when we all have peace of mind within, I think life is better. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Billy. Spot on. Definitely. Les Brown gave me that. It's from an author. I can't remember his name, but he first said that. And I think it's so true. It's so true. Once we deal with the enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm, because you are in a peaceful place. In a peaceful place. So you don't even have time to think about other people. Like, how can I put it? The negativity that others might want to bring to you. You don't have time to focus on that, because you're busy working on yourself, and also you are in a different place, different state of mind. Yes, classic comedy club series. How you doing, brother? I hope you're good. Good evening. Yes, indeed. Good evening. How you doing? I hope you're good. I hope you're blessed out there. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. Join in the conversation, brother. Join in the conversation. Yeah. Yeah. So once we deal with the enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. Much love, bro. Yeah. Nice one, man. Yes, 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 yes. Let's stay connected, guys, to one another, all right? Let's stay connected. Support. Yes. Um. So once we deal with the enemy within, guys, the enemy outside can do us no harm. So working on ourselves is key. Is key, especially as we see what is going on right this very moment. In the world, right? You know, ranks, ranks. Answer back, brother. Yes, yes, yes. Let me play a song for you guys, okay? Some song that is feeling good. Let's spread the love, man. Let's spread the love, people. This song is for all you guys out there and those that will listen to this recording at a later date. Much love. Let's spread love and not hate, okay? Let's spread love, people, and not hate. Enjoy the music. You give me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes Love.
City dancing through the night, but I'm not there. You got me soaring in the clouds. And as the ocean is surrounding me, baby, I'm sure we lost track of time. I don't really care about love.
Yeah.
I don't really care about happy ever after. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side. When the sun goes
Yeah. Who's that? Rose Life Lifestyle. What's up? Join the party. Yes. One more time. Rewind. You know what I'm saying, brother? Rewind and come again. Cause them tuning wicked. See? Yeah. Yeah, man.
see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever after. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams,
Yeah.
by my side. When the
Come on. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's have a good one, man. Let's spread the love.
city dancing through the night, but I'm not there. You got me soaring in the clouds. And as the ocean is surrounding me, baby, I'm sure we lost track of time.
Yeah.
I don't really care about love.
Come on.
I don't really care about happy ever after. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side. When the sun goes
Yeah.
something about you gives me hope. Something about you, something about you. Sun goes down and the night sky's falling. Do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my
Yeah. One love, guys. I see that. I see that. I see that. Yeah.
sun goes down.
I see that. Nice, 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 nice. Let's let's keep doing this.
I can taste
So
you.
yeah. So guys, so what I was saying, is, love should overcome hate every time. It should overcome hate every time, because hate is hating the next human being, or the next race, the next culture, the next you know, groups of people is waste of time. Okay, so I just think that yes, yeah, real recipe. Yes, yeah, man. Yes, bits of leaf, easy ranks, bits of leaf. Yes, yes, yes. One love, one love, one love. Yeah, man. I think life is beautiful, man. Life, we should make it even more beautiful, within ourselves, We should we should keep working on ourselves to keep ourselves awake, And one thing I will have to stress people, right? We all know about, negative energy. Yeah, yeah, man. Every time, brother. Every time, every time, you know. But yeah, Billy, are you still with me? Are you still there, Billy? Yeah. Okay, okay, cool, cool. All right. It's almost 3 hours. Yeah. So maybe 10 minutes from now, I will cut off from this live, and then they'll go on Instagram. Okay. Um, brother, classic comedy club series. Send me your links. Send me your Instagram link, okay? Because I'm gonna go on Instagram after I finish this.
I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow.
Yeah. So, bro, um, after I finish here, I'm gonna be on the Instagram, right? So, hit me up, okay? Can you hear me, bro? Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Follow me, man. Follow me. Yeah, yeah. I'll be on it. So let's spread the love, man. Connection, connection. Come on. Yes, one love, man. One love, people. One world, one love. Hashtag coming up, people. Let's spread this around. One world, one love. Hashtag. Very important. Okay? One world. Let's spread that around, man. Hashtag. One world, one love. You know? You know? For real. Yeah. Let's spread it, man. Spread it all the way. Okay, actually, Billy, right? I just look at the time now. It's 10 to 10. Okay? So, let's make it, let's stay on this live until it's 10 o'clock, okay? And then, yeah, and then we have a good gauge. 10 minutes time anyway, so, yeah. Okay, cool, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Let me get some up-tempo music now. See what's happening. Let's join the flow. Yeah, man. Let's keep the mindset flowing, guys. You know, let's keep it so real that the Most High, you know, will be proud of you. Let's keep it positive all the way. And let's not let anyone interrupt your peace, you know, because, you know, peaceful people, positive mindset people deserve peace of mind. Okay? So if there are people that is disturbing your energy, my advice is change your environment. You know, especially if maybe you've had a talk with them to say, you know, you don't like this, you don't like that, but you know, things are just keep going, you know, round and round in circle. Things don't change. I will say, be brave to change your environment. You know, so whether it's friends or family, remember, peace of mind. Never be afraid, right? To get rid of people. Never be afraid. You know, it takes brave people, you know, to get rid of people, but it also takes people that are fully aware of who they are. Okay? because I know sometimes maybe when we get rid of people, some people they might talk about us, who does he think he is or what, but trust in your heart of hearts why sometimes you'll take some actions that is necessary for peace of mind and positive surroundings. Okay, because some people can lead us astray because of their negative energy. Okay, and so we have to be brave and get rid of people, or or just cut them off from your energy flow, because at the end of the day, God has given us all senses to know what's right and wrong, what's negative, what is positive. Okay, so never be afraid, about what people might say. Just trust in yourself. Trust in yourself. Time always proves, you know, um, time always gives the right answer to the actions, that we did maybe yesterday, a few days ago, last week, whatever decisions that we make. Time would reveal whether it was the right decision or not. So any actions that we take in trying to get rid of people that is disturbing our circle, yeah, because they have maybe negative energy, or or bringing you down. I just think, be brave. You have to move forward. So if you have to cut them off, fine. We shouldn't feel guilty when we have to do such things, because from your heart of hearts, let's not be afraid of what people might say, because like Tupac says, the only person that can judge me is God, right? Only God can judge me. So yeah, I truly believe that we have to be satisfied sometimes on tough decisions that we'll make, and, and we have to stand by it because we've assessed it, we've had time to think about it, and it's the right reasons. you know so yes, people, let's be brave, man. Life is short. Life is short. Let's chase our greatness. Let's chase our purpose. Let's chase our blessings. Regardless of what people might say, remember, only you know yourself properly. So even if people don't believe within you, they don't believe in your journey. They don't believe in what you're trying to do for yourself. Even if people don't believe in that, have faith in yourself, because you are doing it for you. So that's the advice I will give to you guys out there. I mean, my journey, I'm trying to do the same things, man. I'm trying to do the same thing, because one thing that I realized, we can never have negative and positive, like, working together. That does not work, because think I would advise you guys to surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with positive things. Read positive books, or listen to positive music. Just different things that will make you a better person. You know. So people can talk. Talk is cheap, but make your decisions and stand by, because nobody is going to take more responsibility for your journey than yourself. You know, nobody. So I just think it's so important to have people around you, that will push you, that are positive, everything like that. So yeah, man. you know Life is short, man. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, people. So some of us pretend a lot, pretend to have people around us that we know, these people, are, don't have your back, don't support you, you know, they they're negative, they don't push you. So don't be afraid. Do what you have to do. God sees your heart, you know. So yeah, man. So yeah. Whoa. Yeah, man. Visit. So what we're gonna do here, guys, is coming up. Okay, so I'll be going off the live now, yeah, and I'm gonna be on the Instagram soon. So, so you guys are welcome to come over. Yeah, guys, I will be going on Instagram soon. So join me. Join me. Join us. Billy's gonna be there too. Shout out to Billy. Shout out to Billy Blumsfield. So, guys, come and join us. You're all welcome. Come and join the party over there. Let's have some love going on, man. Okay? So, people, I'm gonna say peace out. Billy, are you ready? So, when I cut off, all right, cool. All right, cool, bro. Yeah, so I'll be going over now, brothers. Okay, so I'll be switching channels. Yeah, yeah, man. All right, bro. So I'll be saying peace out. Yeah, I'll be saying peace out. Much love for you guys visiting the live stream, visiting my home. Much appreciated, and that's how it should be. We shouldn't promote hate. We should promote love. Yeah. So, in the words of Martin Luther King, don't judge a person by the color of their skin or culture, whatever it is. Judge them by the content of their character. Their behavior towards you. That's what I was saying earlier about also dropping people that that's around you that is not good for you. So whether it's friends or family, we have to make decisions, okay? Because you're judging people by the content of their character. All right. So it's not a bad thing. All right, people. And besides, remember what I said. The Most High sees your hearts, sees your actions, sees the reasons why you are doing what you're doing. Let's not be afraid. All right, people. So on that note, people, I gotta say peace out. I will catch some of you guys on the Instagram live. So let's go over now. All right, people. So stay blessed, and stay positive. All right, people. One love. Peace out. Yeah, peace, people. Peace, 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 peace. Peace be unto everybody. Yeah. I'm out.